David.
This is a story of a man with a very strange fate.
Hey, look. It's like I've grown wings.
The lavatory. On an airplane. Another successful dive. Bunch of memories called mementos. Allows me to dive into the past. The day little Peggy was killed, I survived. Miraculously, somehow, I survived. In exchange for losing my memory, I gained this power. That has to be a sign of something. The past will surely tell me the truth. Look for D. I can't get a voice out of my head. Who killed her? Just who is D? The only way to silence that voice is to change my fate. Who is D? Killer? Conspirator? Mastermind? Witness? Or maybe... Vanishing from an airplane during a flight? That's impossible. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Are you okay?
David.
Little Peggy?
Sir, are you okay? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
My apologies, Olivia. You just look so much like an old girlfriend of mine.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just for a second, I actually thought little Peggy had come back to life.
I have to get back to work.
Sure, no problem, Olivia.
Just one thing, sir. You're surely aware that we carry a passenger list aboard.
Huh. Memorized it, have you?
We don't take kindly to stowaways, if that's what you are.
A stowaway, am I? Well, Miss Olivia Jones. Maybe you're on to me.
Hey!
You're a United States Marshal. You're transporting a key witness, but reading a completely different file. Does that just mean you're passionate about your job? Or is there something else going on here?
You. What are you doing here?
Derek Buchanan, United States Marshal. The owner of the memento I used to get here, along with a name that starts with D. Two signs I can't ignore.
I said I'd kill you if I saw you again, didn't I, boy?
It seems we've already met somewhere. Was I offside?
Quit your jabbering. Why do you keep sticking your nose into this case?
I've got a question for you, too. Why do you only investigate cases related to real blood? Antonio Rabbit Zapatero, a dealer of the drug called Real Blood. Apparently, he also has evidence that could lead to the identity of D. If that's true, it makes him the most important person on this flight.
You really have a death wish, don't you?
Yet you might be the one who dies.
How dare you?
You should get out as quickly as you can. I'll keep the fountain pen to remember you by.
I know I heard.
But of
I
course.
just. Again, I know I heard. Is anything the matter?
You mentioned the passenger list?
Oh, I'm sure it's just my mistake.
You really do have it memorized?
I thought I did, but I'm still new at this job. It's probably just my mistake. I'm sorry I said anything.
Is it true that there's a United States Marshal aboard this flight?
Why would you ask such a thing?
I heard some of the other crew talking. Let's hope she buys that.
I have no idea.
No idea at all? Isn't the passenger list burned into your memory?
Even if I did know, I couldn't tell you. Why would you care to know, may I ask?
Oh, just a passing interest. You called me a stowaway, didn't you?
My apologies for that, sir.
What did you mean?
Nothing really. No deep meaning.
Nothing at all?
I must apologize if I have upset you. I didn't mean to. I'm truly very sorry.
Snow on the front, cherry blossoms on the back. They change them according to the season?
It isn't totally atrocious, but hardly avant-garde now, is it? I'd expect no less flying coach, of course. Would it have killed them to use a little real stitching? Honestly!
And who might you...
I don't ask for opinions from the uninspired. Suki, baby, what do you think? Dress all the seats white, then crown them with a single pink stag beetle? Oh, yes! Or maybe change all these to black lights, but not too dramatic. Just lay it
Does
straight.
your mannequin ever reply?
She's not a mannequin. She's my partner.
She is?
Yes, she is. I'm Duncan, and this is Suki. We're top fashion designers, the both of us.
Duncan. So this guy's also a D.
Some people just don't get it, no matter how many times you tell them.
My bad, I'm sure. Can I ask you something?
I don't need your opinion. After all, I have Suki. The sunglasses in particular are strikingly progressive, don't you think? This is avant-garde. The epitome of my next theme.
The cot that was blocking the aisle has been moved. Now I can expand my search area a little wider. Hmm?
4,539? 4,540? There's something fishy going on here.
Is there a problem?
The west side window. The sun's setting there, so that's the west. The west side window. The angle of the setting sun, that is the left side in regard to our direction of travel. That window right there. That window made a noise, didn't it? You heard it, right? I have to inform Dr. Johnson. Going to Washington, D.C. by plane. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
She has her name written on everything she owns. She's a D too?
This is so bad. This plane is going down.
It's okay. There's no problem.
Oh, shut your mouth. There were lightning strikes on the flight over. There's most definitely a problem. The window will keep on creaking. Suddenly, it will break. We'll turn like crazy. Lightning will hit us again. A direct hit.
Lightning?
Yes, lightning. It'll blow an engine up this time, that's for sure. And what happens then, Mr. No Problem? This plane won't be flying anymore. You agree with me now, right? This plane is going down.
No. This plane didn't crash.
What? Did it crash? Did it? How the fuck would you know that? Who the hell do you think you
Is
are?
there a problem, madam?
This dumb shit here is fucking with me. I told him the noise the window is making is bad news. I told him.
Well, madam, I'm sure you did. Very well.
I just...
Please allow me to
It's
handle this.
Unbelievable.
Well, well. Let me see now. Mr. Young, wasn't it? I have to admit, I didn't expect to ever see you again.
I can't imagine why.
It's outrageous. It's unbelievable. I will not do it. I will not just...
This flight attendant seems to know me. I have no idea when I met him, however. For me, our first meeting is a past that hasn't happened yet.
the air!
You are quite the stubborn mule.
I can't
The type who won't stay dead even if he gets killed, maybe.
just sit by.
Oh, I wonder. If you're going to cause trouble, I may have to eject you from the game.
Trouble? Me? Your watch was about to fall off. It looks expensive, so I didn't think you'd want to lose it. I'm just a polite, helpful passenger. Look, Ref, if you're gonna bench anyone, bench her.
And I heard it. And if you don't listen to me, I don't know what I'll do. Just listen.
Now I've got 3 people with names that start with D. Deborah Anderson, Duncan, and Derek Buchanan. To be honest, I still don't know if any one of them is who I'm after. But there's a bag load of room for suspicion. Isn't that right, little Peggy? Ah, the luggage is hitting it. That's what's making the windows squeak.
Oh my. This is not acceptable. This is... No, I will not. I can't take any more of this. You've heard
Every
it before, you know.
aircraft undergoes
Just...
more than 100 rigorous checks before...
What? Are you saying these window noises are all in my head? Are you? Dumb fuck! I thought you were a nice gentleman.
Madam,
you think
I
I'm just
assure
some
you, I think
complainer?
nothing
Some
of the-
lawsuit seeker? Do you? This is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable! Show me your name tag. Show it to me! Employee number D-3582? I've burnt it into my forebrain. Once I'm home, yes, I am going to sue you. I have never been so mad in my life. But I'm just practicing what I preach.
As you wish,
Can't you understand
madam.
that?
However, perhaps if we
Is there
change your
any way
seat
I
for
could
you,
talk to your manager?
I'm sure the sound
I've
of windows
been
would not
counting
annoy you in,
each
say,
and every...
business class. The seats are very fluffy, too.
business? That's, class?
It is, madam. I could show you to your seat.
One where I can't hear the windows?
No nasty window noises in business.
Well,
If you'll just allow me to explain the procedure for your upgrade.
I suppose that could be okay.
What the fuck? In the instant I saw that big man, the scar on my forehead started to throb. It's never happened before. What's going on here? What are you doing here? This big fella. I've met him before somewhere, but I can't remember where. My scar is desperately trying to tell me that he knows something.
Hey, enough already! How long you planning on keeping me waiting? Get out here now! Fuck this shit! Fucking with my fake eye, weren't you? Trying to take it while I was sleeping? Is that your ass or your head? No more messing with this puppy! More lightning? Bad! Real bad! Baldy! I said! You're never, ever, ever gonna get my fake guy! Didn't I, bitch?
Antonio Zapatero!
There you are! You're this young I've been hearing so much about. Not like I'm gonna spill the slop on thee, though. What be in that for me? Hey, papi! So how about you die, fucker? Damn it!
Wait! Antonio Zapatero!
There's no way to stare intruder there! If you wanna know about me, go on a fucking investigation!
Hand over your evidence! Whatever it is! I need it!
Are you serious? You're so silly!
Then I'll just have to take it! By force!
Hot beverage?
If you really do know who D is, I'll...
What? If I really know, you'll what? Young-a-ling-a-ding-dong! Oh my goodness! Suki!
You'll get over it!
Yeah, things just got serious!
All right, Zapatero. I'm knocking this one out of the park!
No hitting back at the picture!
This is how you use a megaphone! What is the evidence you have? Tell me!
My precious eye went flying! You fucking dumbass!
Maybe, but that doesn't matter! What do you know about D? Tell me!
That really hurt! I'm gonna kill you now! I'm gonna kill you now!
How about you give up? You've had enough, right?
I'd say the same to you.
Oh, shit, fuck! No, fuck!
Nighty-nighty, youngin'.
Now I've got you. Can't vanish now, can you?
Don't move! Let him go!
Olivia?
I warned you. We don't take kindly to stowaways. Just... who are you?
Olivia? Rabbit? The courier, he vanished? Marshall, are you okay? What's with the attitude? I'm only asking because I was worried. You think nothing happened at all?
I don't need your jabber, boy.
Derek Buchanan. I'm not sure why, but he seems determined to ignore me.
That's a pretty great photo. Did you take it? Can I tell you what I like the most? It's that your bald head isn't in it. Don't tell me.
You weren't the cameraman. You were the flashbulb. But that's a surprise. You're the last person I'd expect to be carrying a picture of your family.
Listen up. I don't know who you are. But if you want to keep sucking down air, never talk to me again. And as for my head, I'm not bald. I shave it.
Marshal Buchanan doesn't know who I am? There's something very odd going on here. But just what is it?
My turn, asshole!
Marshal. I'll be slapped with a match penalty if I push my luck any further. I'd better look for another way before I'm sent off for good. Nothing says Boston quite like this. There must be a baseball fan on board.
Oh, ma chérie, I know. You must have been so scared. How is my Suki? Okay? There'll be champagne as soon as we arrive in D.C. Ooh, I think some Chardonnay might be nice.
Didn't your mannequin just break?
Hey! Excuse me! She's Suki, not a mannequin! Therefore, she most certainly cannot ever just break. Do you intend to make an enemy of the entire fashion industry?
No. That mannequin got totally wrecked.
Tut-tut! Say another word, mister, and I shall unleash my anger!
Okay, you win. Forget I even asked about your mannequin. My bad. No more about Suki.
That's right. She's not a mannequin. We can forget this ever happened. Of course, us being top fashion designers, we're never going to remember you anyway. Your choices in fashion, so terrible. How can one walk outside wearing that?
When did you become a military maniac?
This is fashion, you heathen. Retro and military, it's called. Both Suki and I are completely anti-war, of course.
Okay. But what I really wanted to know was, when did you change your clothes?
Progress cannot be stopped. When we changed is not what is important. Rather, the question should be, when can we change? Indeed, just look. The fashion we have on right now is already headed toward obscurity. It's imminent, like fluttering petals. At any moment, new inspiration is going to just explode into my brain. Like, Arv and Von.
Avant-garde!
Eureka! Yes. Your exclamation just lifted the fog from my brain in a flash. Now, say it with me. Avant-garde! This will be my next theme. Avant-garde! This is my next theme.
Your mannequin... is Suki really okay?
You're so persistent. Look at her smooth, perfect body. She doesn't have a mark on her. Sue. Oh, you're so good. Oh, my Suki. Suki, you are just too lovely. If I were to lose you, I doubt I could go on living.
This does look like the real Suki. So just what's going on here?
You've got red powder on your clothes. What is it?
Achoo! Oh, excuse me. Now then, where exactly is this red powder on my clothing? I don't see anything at all.
An elite fashion designer and a mysterious powder? My instincts as a former narcotics detective tell me something's up. I'll question him and find out more. Brilliant lights cast deep shadows.
What's that supposed to mean?
Musicians, artists, designers, top clientele for drug pushers.
I don't deny it.
And you're one of them too?
I don't need that stuff. I've got Suki. There's nothing that can possibly stimulate me more than her. Comparing her to the effects of mere chemicals, synthetic drugs, you may as well just slap her in the face.
Yours is a world of trends, isn't it? There are trends in drugs, too. You're sensitive to trends, right? You know what I'm talking about. Real blood. The ultimate drug. Considered the final and best of the blood series. As the name might suggest, it's a bright red powder. Just like the suspicious powder I saw on your clothing.
You seem quite desperate to paint me as a junkie. But you're just overthinking things. The substance you question is nothing like that silly real blood. It's far more wonderful, revolutionary, like a completely new age. For now, well, just call it tea. D? What kind of question is that?
I'm investigating something.
Even if I knew about it, I wouldn't necessarily tell you, would I?
He makes a good point. I can't approach this head on. Tell me more about this new age.
No comment.
If it's all legit, surely you can tell me about it.
It isn't time to reveal anything yet. You'll hear about it soon enough, along with the rest of the world.
So you're planning on spreading a new age called D across the entire world simultaneously?
No comment.
This guy could be a lot more dangerous than he looks. I'll try taunting him a little. Tell me more about this new age. If it's all legit.
You'll hear.
So you're planning on across the I'll try taunting him a little. I've worked it out. The D of this new age is the D from Duncan. In other words, you want to make your own name the symbol of this new age. The whole world will be under the spell of the red powder that bears your name. But that isn't art. It's just attention-seeking. The desire for conquest. Just another wannabe dictator. Is that what Suki wants?
Say whatever you like. It's not like you can stop me.
This guy is tougher than I thought. He knows I don't have anything on him. Okay? I'll slap him with some proof. Something he can't run away from. All this talk of a new age called D, though. I just hope my bad feeling about all this is way off the mark. Where'd the courier go to? This bottle, it has some faint traces of the red powder. This is the evidence I need. This fragrance. I see. This is the new age he was talking about. Let's get it back to its owner. This should get another one in the clear.
You're like a rash that just won't go away, aren't you? Can't we handle this in one sitting?
I've found your new age.
That's...
A pretty fancy container. And such a unique aroma. The same as the faint scent I detected coming from you.
Very well. Yes, it is all as you say. That's my latest cosmetic product, D.
A cosmetic? I thought as much.
You apply the bright red powder here, on this part below your nose. Vertically. Along here, like this.
Below your nose?
Yes. People's attention is focused on the center of your face. So, that's where I also focused my attention. On this bit below the nose that I don't even know the name of. Bright red lipstick is outdated now. The new age will be making this part below the nose bright red. Yes, it is truly avant-garde. By sheer coincidence, it matches perfectly with my next theme. One last thing. I need you to keep mum about D with the mass media. I want to make the announcement myself when the right time comes.
Sure, no problem. It makes no difference to me.
You're smarter than I thought. Suki has changed her opinion of you too.
There's something I'd like to ask you, though. For my silence, where were you on January 26, 2011, the day I lost everything?
January 2011? I would have been in Paris from New Year onward.
You can prove it?
Easily. Just check the back issues of any fashion magazine. Suki and I are regulars at the Semaine de la Mode à Paris.
The La Mode what?
Heathen. The premier haute couture show. You've never heard of Paris Fashion Week? What century are you living in?
Sorry. My bad. Sounds like the perfect alibi. It looks like Duncan is in the clear.
That is a thank you. Nothing more. Certainly not to buy your silence. Don't take it the wrong way now.
So the name of the new age is taken from the D of Duncan?
No, not at all. This new cosmetic for application just below the nose has a special fragrance. I'll tell you, but please, discretion. It's a powerful pheromone used by a certain female insect. Such a powerful pheromone. The insect was worshipped in ancient Egypt and...
Don't tell me. D is for dung beetle.
The whole world will fall under the spell of the fragrance of D.
Oh, no. No. I can't take it anymore. My hands and feet are cramping up.
What are you doing that for?
You there. Perfect timing. I can't take it anymore.
Take what? What is Deborah talking about?
That lightning strike electrified the floor and handrails. So I'm doing my best not to touch them. But I can't take it anymore. My arms, legs, neck, back, everything is screaming in pain.
I need to try and calm her down.
Lightning striking an airplane. Crazy, huh? Doesn't this shaking feel odd to you?
First, squeaking windows, and now seats and floors are electrified? I'm almost impressed by your capacity to worry about the mundane.
Hold it! What was that about the windows?
They were squeaking, right?
Squeaking! The windows! You're saying the windows on this bucket squeak? What? Huh? You're pulling my leg. If the windows were really squeaking, why, we'd all be dead by now. That lightning strike would have come in through the cracked window. We'd have smashed into the sea, its surface harder than concrete. It's like Dr. Johnson always says. Fall from an airplane, and you'll die. So just keep your fear-mongering to yourself.
There certainly doesn't seem to be any counting in her notes. What's going on here then?
You also take notes on suspicious people, right?
That's right. There's you, of course, and I've got notes on that guy with the mannequin. Oh, I've got his number. He's one of them object sexuals.
I'll have to take your word for that.
It's a term applied to individuals who fall in love with inanimate objects. Come on, you've heard of it. A type of paraphilia. It's like Dr. Johnson always says, love has no boundaries.
What about the guy with the scar on his forehead? Stony face, in business class?
Oh yes, workaholic, textbook. He's got it bad too. He's either using his work to run away from something, or work itself is his reason for living.
Reason for living.
It's like Dr. Johnson always says, it doesn't matter what it is, just find a reason to live.
The front is a cherry blossom pattern, and snow is on the back. When did that change over? The cherry blossoms and snow are switched, no mistake. So what does that mean? When did you move to this seat?
When indeed. Young Mr. Young. So funny you would ask.
What does that mean?
If time changes, so too does place. Time is of the essence. You, of all people, should understand. If time changes, so too does place. Time is of the essence.
That lightning strike. How did you know about it before it even happened? Don't tell me you can control lightning strikes.
Your ability to look is not bad, but you need to be able to observe a little more carefully. What did you observe?
The engine isn't damaged.
You have good observational skills. You already know the answer. Am I correct?
Do you know what happened to the courier?
It might be said that I do, and it might be said that I don't. If time changes, so too does place. Time is of the essence. Either way, Mr. Young, you cannot ask me to do your job for you.
What about that female member of the cabin crew?
You mean Olivia Jones? You saw her. Did she remind you of little Peggy?
What's going on here? What have you done to me?
Can you finally see them? These are things with a special meaning for you.
What are you talking about?
Catch them if you can. You may discover something about her. Clover represent your memories of her. Don't let them slip away. Have you remembered something?
What are you talking about?
Mr. Young, I've placed a memory left by her in your house. That memory belongs to you, Mr. Young.
What's he talking about? Leaving something in my house. A memory with her. Clover. Little Peggy? Could it be?
What do you know about little Peggy?
Blonde, blue eyes, and a mole by her eye. Did she smell of the same soap too?
Just how much do you know?
Everything. You told me all of it yourself, Mr. Young. You're overlaying your memories of little Peggy onto Olivia, aren't you?
Just who are you?
It was a snowy night. I remember it very well. Is Amanda doing okay?
Amanda? You know her too?
Her well-being is a good thing. A good indication of your own well-being, Mr. Young.
It's like I'm not even here.
Oh dear. Control will be an issue if I can't find it. Sir, can I help you with anything?
Where's Olivia?
Excuse me, sir. Exactly which Miss Olivia are you searching for?
Olivia Jones. She's a member of the crew, just like you are.
I'm very sorry, sir, but she isn't aboard this flight.
Come on. Did that lightning strike you too? She was right here a moment ago. In any case, you need to contact Logan Airport immediately. Tell them we have an emergency up here. Also, get the BPD to send some cops to the airport. Detective Forrest Kazin in particular. Give him my name and you'll have no problems.
Well, excuse me, sir. Are you hoping to use this confusion for something nefarious? If so, I'll have to stop you. Damn
Next
it.
time, I'll break more than you watch.
My most humble apologies, Mr. David Young. This incident has us all a little riled up, I'm sure.
Huh?
I'll make the call about the suspicious person immediately. To our destination, Ronald Reagan International Airport. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work. This is a problem. Where is it?
Tell me, where did she go?
Like I said, sir, she's not aboard this flight.
That's impossible. I talked to her.
And what, sir?
Olivia had a gun.
A gun? Please, don't even suggest such a thing.
She pointed a gun at me. Are you saying I was seeing things?
I think you must have. Maybe it was a pepper shaker. Even if she was on board this flight, there is absolutely no way she would be able to get a gun on board as well.
It was a Glock 26.
I'm very sorry, sir. Perhaps the shock of the lightning has caused you to be confused.
Whatever the case, I have to talk to her again.
Then you'll just need to keep on flying with us. If you get lucky, you'll end up on a flight with her. Eventually.
That's not really what I meant. Are you looking for something?
Not at all, Mr. Young. I am completely at your disposal.
Have you contacted the airport?
Yes, of course.
Are you telling me the truth? It looks like you're so busy searching that you haven't done anything yet. I'll find what you're looking for. You just contact the ground.
That's very kind of you. Very well. I have lost a glove.
A glove? And it has to be this specific one?
Yes, it's a special order, perfectly fitted to my hand. I'm in serious trouble without it.
Why is he getting so upset about a glove? He's more high-strung than he looks.
This is a problem. Where is it?
I found the glove. It's all burnt up, though.
Ah, thank you so much.
That's okay, is it?
No problem. I don't want to use it.
You don't? So, what's going on?
Nothing that concerns you, Mr. Young. This is my problem. Simply recovering the glove was the most important thing.
Huh? What does he want with a glove that can't even be used anymore? Just being high-strung doesn't explain that. I need to probe a bit deeper here.
Do the emergency doors work while in flight?
It's possible to manually switch over to door mode. But just touching the controls to do so causes an alarm to sound in the cockpit. You would be better off not to get any silly ideas, sir.
What if that alarm was broken? Deactivated?
What are you planning?
I'm just trying to figure out the method of escape used by Olivia and the Vanishing Man.
Method of escape, is it?
How many emergency exits are there?
How much do you know about the federal aviation regulations? They are the safety regulations as set by the Federal Aviation Administration. In accordance with them, a commercial aircraft must have enough emergency exits that all passengers can exit the aircraft within 90 seconds while only using half of them. That is what the rules state. We call it the 90-second rule.
So, how many emergency exits are there?
Mathematics are clearly not your strong suit. With crew, this aircraft can carry almost 140 people. Let's say 30 people can escape from one exit in 90 seconds. That would be one person every 3 seconds. Dividing 140 by 30 therefore indicates that at least 4.6 exits would be needed. Now, twice that are required by the regulations, which means the required number of exits is 9 or more. That means even you and your lack of math skills have a chance to escape, sir.
Could you escape by opening the windows in the cockpit?
The cockpit windows do not open. You aren't as smart as you look, Mr. Young. Indeed, the construction of the seat and cockpit windows is very different. While the seat windows are 3 layers of polycarbonate resin, the cockpit windows are 5 layers of reinforced glass and polycarbonate resin. Seat windows are 14 millimeters thick, but the ones in the cockpit are 45 millimeters. Passenger windows are designed to withstand external pressure, but the cockpit windows have to be able to withstand collisions with birds. Open windows like that, sir, please.
You know quite a bit about this airplane, don't you?
It's only natural. Our passengers' safety may rely on it.
Natural? I'm not sure I'd use that word to describe your encyclopedic knowledge.
And I'm not sure I'd use the word encyclopedic. Why, this level of knowledge, even you could easily attain it, Mr. Young.
Easily?
Yes, very easily.
How?
Why, by taking a quiz. Quizzes are a great way to remember almost anything. You want to give it a try, don't you?
Looks like I stepped on a landmine.
I'll give you some simple questions. All you need do is answer them. The beginner level only needs 3 correct answers to pass. Are you ready, sir? Question: what is jet fuel made from? That is correct. Kerosene doesn't freeze at low temperatures and gives off no soot. That makes it extremely effective as an aircraft fuel. Okay, next question. Question: how many parachutes for passengers does a passenger aircraft carry? That is correct. Letting an amateur loose with a parachute would do them no favors. If something should happen, don't think about jumping out. I would instead recommend adopting the brace position. Next, the last question at the beginner level. Your luck runs out here. Question: what are airplane tires filled with? That is correct. Friction with the runway causes aircraft tires to become very hot. When this happens, using nitrogen minimizes the risk of fire. It is also inert, doesn't oxidize, and contains no water, so it doesn't expand. Nitrogen is therefore the perfect choice when it comes to landing and taking off. Oh my! This is quite something. You've cleared the beginner level. Congratulations. However, that's all this was. The beginner level. Next comes the intermediate test. We'll get started as soon as you are ready.
It sounds like the Quizmaster isn't done yet.
Ready for the intermediate quiz, sir? Think you have what it takes? The intermediate level needs 5 correct answers to pass. Question: how can you tell at a glance if an airplane carries passengers or cargo? That is correct. A cargo plane doesn't have windows. There are no passengers to look out of them after all. Getting rid of the windows also makes the aircraft lighter, and also increases the strength of the body, like for military aircraft. Even something like a single window makes a big difference to an aircraft. Now then, question 2. Question. Why is the air very dry inside an aircraft? That is correct. At high altitude, there is a large gap between inside and outside temperatures. That means moisture in the air would cause condensation to form. If that water rusted or froze, it could block pipes, causing all sorts of issues. That's why the air inside of the aircraft is kept very dry, to keep the aircraft safe. Now then, question 3. Question. What do the pilot and co-pilot have prepared for them separately? That is correct. It prevents both of them suffering from food poisoning. Everyone has heard that though, haven't they? However, what about on the ground? Did you know they eat different meals before they even take off? Always think of the worst possible scenario and act accordingly. We are true professionals. Now, next question. Question. Why are the internal lights turned off when landing at night? Oh, that is correct. To get the passenger's eyes accustomed to the dark in case something happens. I might also point out that this is also one of the 90-second rules. Now we come to the final question at the intermediate level. You are doing quite well. Question. Where are airlines legally obliged to place ashtrays on board? Well done. That is correct. Of course, smoking is not allowed, but some people don't always obey the law. Failure to properly dispose of a cigarette could cause an accident. So, even though they aren't allowed to be used, lavatories must have ashtrays. What's more, these regulations were also stipulated by the Federal Aviation Administration. Well, 5 questions in a row. You're smarter than I thought. We aren't finished yet, however. The advanced level still awaits you. We'll start as soon as you are ready, sir.
Beginner, intermediate, so next is advanced. Not a problem. I saw this coming.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The advanced quiz. The advanced level requires no less than 10 correct answers in a row. However, I'm also adding a new rule. You must answer each question within 5 seconds. Are you ready? Question. Who first succeeded in powered manned flight? Correct. They originally made bicycles. Question. What is the name of the device that constantly records aircraft data? Correct. It is attached at the back of the plane. Question. Is the captain's seat on the left or right side of the cockpit? Correct. Well done. The seat on the left side of the cockpit is always the captain's. Question. What is the highest passenger class? My. Correct. Maybe you'll sit there yourself one day. Unlikely, but maybe. Question. When a bird crashes into an aircraft, it is known as a bird what? Yes, correct. In fact, that is the name given to any incident of a bird hitting a structure. Question. What is the name of the president's jet? Okay, correct. Currently, a modified Boeing 747 is used. Question. What is the name given to the control for angling an aircraft up and down? You didn't mess it up. Correct. There are 3 control axes, and the other 2 are roll and yaw. Question. What is it called when 2 aircraft almost collide? Another correct answer. Passenger planes are fitted with devices to prevent near misses. Question. What is the largest aircraft manufacturer in America? Correct. Their headquarters is in Seattle, and they also build spacecraft. Question. What name is given to thrombosis caused by always sitting in the same position? Correct! It is also called long haul syndrome. Staying in the same uncomfortable position for a long time is bad. During a flight, you should keep moving about and massage your legs. Well, you answered them all correctly. Congratulations!
Yeah, thanks.
Like I said at the beginning, anyone can reach this level easily. You have proven that, Mr. Young.
Oh boy. I walked right into that one. I've proven him right. We're kind of past the whole glove thing now as well. But if he has such a great memory, why doesn't he remember what happened between us before? Oh, by the way, the squeaking window. What happened to it?
What squeaking window?
Could they have escaped through that window?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That lady in the middle of economy class? She's the one who got all worked up about the squeaking window, right?
You mean on the west side?
Yes, the west side window. She got all excited, shouting.
I don't recall any such incident.
Are you mocking me?
I might suggest that you are mocking me, Mr. Young.
It's for Boston versus New York. Pretty good seats, too. Of course, it's been used. Things don't come that easy. What a beautiful sunset. It reminds me of the day I proposed. Little Peggy. I'll find who killed you. I will.
I've collected all the puzzle pieces.
The west side window.
There'll be champagne as soon as we arrive in DC.
I'm very sorry, sir, but she isn't aboard.
I don't know who you are.
That's it. This piece of the past has been solved. Marshall, are you really sentimental enough to hold on to a pen that can't even write? Unexpected. Most unexpected. You seem quite different from the man I first imagined you to be, but that doesn't mean you're totally free from suspicion.
I told you
The same trick won't work twice.
Damn it!
Although it's still the first time for you. The Fenway Park ticket was a used ticket.
What?
The seat cover pattern is cherry blossom and snow.
What are you rambling about?
The destination is in the other direction. The sun can be seen from the windows on the right side. In other words, the aircraft is flying south.
Explain yourself clearly!
I am David Young, a private detective who also collaborates with the BPD. Now you, Derek Buchanan, I consider you suspicious. If you are the one I'm after, you're gonna remain heavily involved in my investigation from now on. So let me give you this warning. I'll do whatever it takes to achieve my goal. I'll never give up. Even if it means I have to get in your way. So be ready for that. Oh, one other thing. Something I probably ought to mention. According to the BPD files, you get killed while transporting the courier known as Rabbit.
Oh, God. What the hell? I'm going to be killed?
Antonio Zapatero and Olivia Jones. They vanished right in front of my eyes. Literally, vanished. They didn't vanish at all. They were never on this flight. This isn't the AG Flight 117 of Boston. It's a different aircraft, heading for Washington. In other words, they didn't vanish. I moved. Must have happened at that moment. I used the broken fountain pen to come further back in time.
I don't feel anything from either one anymore.
David, why do you shave your beard every day? It was just starting to grow out. It's such a waste.
Little Peggy, what should I do?
Damn!